post a bunch of videos about me washing dishes and the tricks and tips I've learned from that. Doesn't mean that's all I'm doing. Oh my gosh, Bud got demoted. He was a chef and now he's just a dishwasher. Think again. What do you think this is standing here behind me? It's a big smoker. It's probably bigger than your mom, if I'm being honest. I'm just kidding. Nobody's bigger.
Nintendo spends a shocking amount of time and energy antagonizing the gaming community. And yet, I bought a Wii U, I bought a Switch, I bought a Switch, and I'm gonna buy a Switch too.
I'm in the mansion, command center, injured but intact. Most everyone else is... You got eyes. Look, we need to get this situation under control ASAP. Be ready for anything.
Games for it are going to rock. Speaking of that, this may be the most Nintendo hardware ever, and one great half-old competing machine, and then have the community say, sounds great, because the games for it are going to rock. Speaking of community scuttlebutt, this may be the most leaked Nintendo hardware ever.
We've got 3 scientists unaccounted for, last seen in town.
There is a lot more than we know, or
locating and extracting them is now your top priority.
Pretty excited about the Switch 2. Let's begin the adventure of sorting through it all.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
No way. Did we get a Switch 2 early? Of course. It's our sponsor. The track record of following up their most successful launches, confusingly named successors, the simple 2 on the end of the name feels like a pretty smart move, especially given that the vision of the Switch 2 seems to be remarkably similar to the original, just in a substantially larger package that actually looks a lot like the handheld TV.
Can't tell you how much I love that puppy patch.
But don't kid yourself. The plain black exterior is packed with subtle Nintendo charm and like a better keystand, new dock, and
make room, you rotted sausages, I'm coming through.
Ergonomics while charging, and better support for multiple accessories without needing a dongle. All without sacrificing the headphone jack.
You came here yet?
Now that
if anyone had to show up,
the new Joy-Cons also look great. The magnetic mounting mechanism looks way less finicky than the previous sliding one. And, thank goodness, they are slightly larger for those of us who aren't literal children, but still play Mario Party. Both Joy-Cons appear to have infrared sensors this time, and
any day now, you wouldn't say
this strange hole on the controller rail may actually be for a laser, for mouse functionality.
Ah, you want to be friends today? Is that it?
Mostly, which maybe confirms the leaks from the previous itself. I don't know. Personally, I think it's more likely that it was slotted for like a cardboard cheese grater for a minigame or something, but who knows? Now, exclusive to the right Joy-Con is the mysterious its exclusion from the left Joy-Con leads us to some kind of function on past.
You give me an axe, I'm gonna turn you into fire starters.
But it could also be chat, or capture, or a connect button for
me?
wirelessly streaming games to your dock. Like
what's the catch?
Okay, that
Fine, force a habit
on our part. And besides, the only C that I care about is backwards compatibility. That's right, baby! You get to play your OG Switch games, both physical and digital, on your brand new machine. Now, there will be some exceptions. Probably the ones with the weird peripheral requirements. But even so, this is fantastic news because there is a ginormous library of amazing Switch games, many of which performed like absolute dog shit on the underpowered original console. The only question is, how is Nintendo gonna roll this out? Personally, I'd probably just settle for more consistent frame rates. But I'd also be surprised, given recent industry trends, if we didn't also see next-gen visual updates. But will they be free for Nintendo Online subscribers? Will Nintendo and other devs provide them as paid patches? Or will Nintendo pull a Nintendo and lock these patches behind a full-price remaster, forcing us to rebuy Donkey Kong Country Returns for the 5th time? The last of the good news is that this video unintentionally added credibility to some of the leakers who showed off not only the new shape and Joy-Cons, but also the specs. That's right, while you should always take leaks with at least one grain of salt, we're feeling pretty confident that this list will closely reflect the guts of the Switch 2. Let's start with the GMLX30-R-A1 processor. Really rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? The GMLX30 is an SoC, or system on a chip, that contains the CPU, GPU, memory controller, and the I/O. It's the beating heart of the Switch 2, and from what we know, it appears to be a semi-custom 5nm variant of the originally 8nm NVIDIA Tegra T239 from a couple of years ago. If that's true, it is going to be a big upgrade. I'm talking 8 tiered ARM cores instead of just 3, and a shockingly exceptional that uses NVIDIA's Ampere architecture, like the GeForce 3000 series, with 1,556 12-streaming multiprocessors, and maybe even other features such as an optical accelerator generation and 8th-gen NVIDIA video encoding, which could have some our hypothesis about the wireless video streaming. Now, as for other features, there is no official confirmation that Nintendo will implement support for DLSS AI accelerated testing. But, mark my words here, guys. If the Switch 2 doesn't have some form of AI upscaling, buy and eat the entire box of this Super Mario cereal with Mountain Dew as a milk, live on my show. It's gonna happen. Rumors also point to the presence of 48 Gen 3 tensor cores and 2 ray tracing ones, but I'm not eating anything if I'm wrong with this. We're a lot more certain, though, about the RAM. It looks like we're gonna get 12 gigs of LPDDR5X memory clocked at 7,500 megatransfers per second. That is a big upgrade from the 4 gigs we had before at up to 1,600 megatransfers per second. It comes with 256 gigs of UFS 3.1 flash storage rated at 2,100 megabytes per second. Not sure if that's reads or writes. And it looks like it will be expandable using microSD Express, which is fantastic. It also has support for HDMI 2.1, although, truthfully, on the Nintendo console, I'm a little less interested in high resolution frame rates, and I'm a little more interested in support for variable refresh, which goes a long way towards smoothing out games that are running at sub-60 FPS. And it's also Max Armor. And I heard cool specs, bro, like your cool, well-fitting blank t-shirts on LTTO.com. But what do the specs mean? Well, Nintendo Foundry did their projection based on the T239. What they projected was base PS4 graphics performance, augmented with modern GPU features, and solid graphics support. And given that that lines up well with
Don't suppose Uncle Sam gives out medals for marksmanship.
Blizzard, who honestly I don't have a at all, we're fairly confident that that's where we're gonna land. Mind-blowing for a home console, but pretty exciting for a handheld console, especially one from Nintendo. Especially if you look at Nintendo's track record of delivering exceptional visuals on extremely limited hardware. Like, I can't wait to see what they do with this thing. Speaking of games, the only game shown was presumably the new Mario Kart, which possibly support for 24 players.
Watch your six. There's gotta be more crawlers out there.
And all I can say about that is, it's about money, guys! The last time Nintendo released a new numbered Mario Kart, Luke still lived in the basement at our Langley house studio. Outside of the other games confirmed for next-gen platform releases, but after that, we are deep into speculation still. The last new 3D Mario game was 8 years ago, so we made some notes. New Pokemon Legends and Maybe later do this year, so wouldn't be surprised if they lined up with the console launch. Metroid Prime 4 is supposed to come out at some point, say, Switch 2. For any period cert, we'll need to wait until April. But seeing as the Switch 1 had arguably the best launch window in console history, and given that Nintendo clearly hasn't rushed this launch, I'm hopeful that Nintendo can deliver another explosive start to the new generation. As excited as we all are about the first-party titles, though, only time's going to tell if Nintendo's ecosystem will continue to attract third-party developers. The Switch relied heavily on its enormous success incentivized by guaranteed that some games will clearly be across the platform. The Switch 2 is going to sell in such quantities. But on the other hand, developers probably will need to run their games at sub 540 historic success as the original. First up, it remains to be seen if the performance jump will be big enough to entice the masses. Second, many people bought multiple Switches for their households. Sometimes one for the kids and, one for the TV. And as long as the games are also being released on the original Switch, and trust me, with an install base of over 145 million units, that's going to be for a while. I'm not sure that those parents are going to feel the need to upgrade consoles.
Feels like payday every time I see this thing.
Not in the current economy. And finally, the Switch 2 has a lot more competition than the original. The original landed in a completely barren digital gaming world. It proved there was an appetite for dedicated handheld gaming devices, but in doing so, since its release, we have seen a flood of excellent options from other parties. Steam Deck, Valve, and the Olympics, both of which can run Switch games better than the original Switch games, which that's called the game library. I know what the Switch 2 does. That's the end of it. As long as it pays for the games, I can't wait to get my hands on the Switch 2 when it comes this year. Just like I can't wait to tell you. The brand. They announced over a month ago that they were going to make a kill switch case for the Switch 2, and we've been told that it will be ready to ship on or before the launch of the console? Wait, how do they even know when that's going to be? Those bloody robots. Anyway, we all know it's going to be soon. Let me start recording this so I can put this up on YouTube as well. The SMV, or the red pill talk, the ways we used to do this all years ago, talking about all these SMV and second party value, hypergamy and all this stuff, that went on the way.
Honestly,
right? That
it's
kind
not a bad
fell
makeover.
off.
I think you look great.
Companies adopted different terms. So, women don't talk about this stuff. Women don't really think about it because they have high value. They have their desires. Men still want to sleep with them because they're pretty and they have boobs. And women do not understand how quickly they fall off. So I'm going to dive into SMV for just a couple minutes, just to touch on it again, because I haven't talked about it in a couple years. And it's because that directly relates to the stories I've been following, and one of them by Trainwreck and Dating Coach Yana Hopkins, and another one by a woman on USA Today, asking for USA Today to help her find a date for Valentine's Day. She's 37, she's single, highly desirable, yet can't find a man. Where are all the good men? So we'll talk about that, and then we'll jump into the TikTok ban. You guys, this is a long range article. I don't want to read the whole thing, but I want to touch on this because this is paramount to men's happiness. When I, as a content creator, or just a guy or a friend, if I was going to be talking to a friend this way, or if I was going to explain this to anybody else in the world, I wouldn't probably use the words sexual market value, but it's attractiveness. What makes men attracted to women and women attracted to men? And men sleep down, and men will date down temporarily, and men will do things to get their peckers wet, if we're just going to be honest, where women now they're adopting some of the same strategies, and they're sleeping with chads without caring about much else, but it's all fine and dandy, and women are in the highlights of their life. They're happy, everything's going well for the younger women, and the younger guys are like, this sucks, nobody wants me, I can't get a date, why doesn't anybody pay attention to me? And guys can get really bummed out about this, and it's the X, right? Men's value increases, women's value falls off, and I can see my camera is messed up because it's over there. It's over there showing. We should not be seeing my hand. Guys, before we get too far into today's video, let me tell you about NMN supplements for nicotinium. Supplementation as it relates to, Now what? And stock up while you can. Again, NMN. I do get
Okay. They found that a bit too satisfying.
Grab yours, I grab mine.
Watch whatever the hell just popped out of that corpse.
This is from a dating guy, and he's going to tell you how to increase your sexual Just hit it on the head. Jump over them. He says, what you bring to the table sexually matters. In fact, it's life. What jobs you get, the opportunities your children will have, or if you can have children. And SMV is referring to other players in the market.
Actions available in your area.
Handsome and all the rest of us. You have a very high value. Rule number 1. The first thing we need to look at is gender. What your S&P plays out badly. Difference between men and women. For women, and this is the whole takeaway before we get into all these other stories. For women, the main factor is physical beauty. Your figure, your facial symmetry, your hair, your skin, etc. Physical beauty is not the only factor, but it's about 80 to 90% of a woman's value in the beginnings of a relationship. Now, long term, you want her to be sweet, you want her to be nice, intelligent, and you get along with her. She might be a good mother to your kids. That's long term. Men do not care about that in the beginning. So when you look at the dating market, when you look at the dating scenario we're in today, that's all there is the beginning.
Listen,
never get to the long-term
efficiency is key when running a business.
Falling in love,
This is
having
me
the
being.
kids, getting married, getting under control. We don't get
Fucking
there.
figures. Massive
Because
cannon,
women are about
minor threat.
the now, the in the moment, what makes me happy. And so they pick a man based on the moment. And so men only have to worry about the moment. So what does that boil the marketplace down to here in the tender age of 2025?
Time to bring the
That's all it
pain.
is. A lot of people smash hot, but also the hot guys smash mid to average girls because, hey, any well, this is where these women are going to get into a lot of
Someone go grab a mop in a bucket. We got a gutter.
They just don't know it yet. The reason why is they still have guys they think are attractive smashing them and taking them out to dinner and buying them things. And they're bragging how I have all this and the world is at my doorstep. So we're going to read down through this because Yana is admitting that they have the easy life and everything's going well and everything's perfect and they're all happy. But we know it's going to come to an end.
Sorry,
They
Alpha.
don't.
Exfil helos needed elsewhere.
Now, if you guys wonder why I use Yana Hawking as the poster child for this type of woman, and she writes it. It's like reading a woman's journal, right? Of basically how I'm going to talk about it. So I always go back to Yana. I used to do Amy Horton. If you remember Amy Horton, we used to call her Amy Wharton because she'd start like, I love this man and he's my forever guy. And then in the next video it'd be like how I rang in my 30s with a threesome or something, like a gangbang or something. And then the next thing she came out with is how I got genital warts and why like this woman was the best rainbow wreck ever. And so many of us content creators made fun of her. She stopped writing the stories. She just disappeared into the ether. And so we have to pick a new crazy person to follow, to watch them slowly over the years destroy themselves. And I have chosen Yana Hawking because
Honestly, you're the only thing making me feel somewhat safe.
And so she says the little known fact about female psychology that explains the mating crisis. And she's going to lay out exactly what all we red pill content creators talk about constantly. We've told you this for 5 years.
No,
Now,
I got through like a water slide.
What these guys have been saying. The difference is, though, we're winning. Not that we're losing. Not that we're actually failing. We're making fun of content creators like myself because we're actually winning. Spoiler alert, they're not. They have a high enough SMP or sexual market value that they're still getting attention. But it goes away when the looks go away.
Flavor seems to be stale couch cooked. We say in the biz, got plenty more where that came
That
from.
value is going to go away. It's just a matter of time. And the other guys that are very much down on yourself and said, come to grips that you're not going to date. Or you hit the gym. You maybe, take care of your skin. There's lots of stuff out in the markets for your skin and anti-aging like the NMN and other things like that. You can do that and keep yourself young and healthy. Or you can just say, I'm going to move on. But we age better. Well, she says, fact. Last year, I remained mostly single. Well, shocking. Give or take a few situationships and a cheeky one-night stand, and so did most of my girlfriends. Now, remember, she just wrote an article this past summer that said why she's going to demand every man spend $2,000 on dates. That lasted approximately 18 minutes. And then it went right out the window, and her mouth shut and her legs open.
This one's gotta be popular with a uni kid.
She said, and as I scratch my head, and perhaps other places, I put that up.
is what we call pregame.
The rest of the 18 women, what do? Smashing chads. They were going out and sleeping with men. And she admits it. I mean, she said as much in her most recent story. So here you've got 18 out of 20 women that are knocking on, hovering around, or recently past 40, and they're all single, living the good life. How long do you think that's going to last? They think it's going to last forever.
And I'll do it again.
They
Many
have a
bloody
veil.
times.
And this is the iron. Okay, this is the iron. All these women are getting smashed. Could they marry and smash it? No. And date them. Now, if you go back to SMB.
Going.
He talks about in here how men date down, men sleep down. They just do. And so all these men, in their minds, are sleeping down with these women. They're dating down. To these women, they're smashing their coffee. It will never become a long-term relationship. The men know this. Okay, here's the story. The women don't. They're set, and this is where we get alpha female, or alpha male. Right? They think they're going to make this, they're going to catch one of these guys, and it's going to be on forever. That's why they're in crisis. They just don't know it. She said the rest of us remained on the shelf. Yes, aging like eggs in the sun. As my horrifically old-fashioned great uncle likes to call
Gotta hand it to
but
you,
may I
machine.
add, on the shelf
You do
willingly.
not disappoint.
Could I and my fellow women folk have shacked up with a bloke if we wanted to? Sure, but did we? No. Right. They're interested in women because the men that would marry and date them, they don't want the men that would smash them, take them out for dinner, they do want.
I wish that didn't smell so much like Mom's goulash.
Doctors available for exfil.
Forcing themselves to just go out and hook up because the men they really want have never settled with them, and all they can get is the smash. She said the guys who put themselves forward on the job were fine, they were sweet, and they were perfectly capable, which means if Yana thinks she's an 8, these men were an 8. And they were perfectly capable, they were sweet, they were nice, they were good, but not good enough. She said, did we align in ways that we enhance our lives? Not really. Right. Hypergamy. The men wanted them, they didn't want. They wanted the better men that'll only sleep with them. She said, last year you couldn't escape the simple fact.
Any of you hotshots want to beat my high school?
Or so the experts kept calling it. And the viral clips flooring, flooding our social media. Yes, the world is suddenly taking that and looking mighty fine, might I add. The experts harp on about one simple truth. As women level up in education and their careers, they naturally look for partners who are equally smashing it or better. She said, but here's the thing, that shrinks the data a lot, especially as more women are heading to university while fewer men do the same. She says, don't bite my head off, blokes, it's just simple facts. And she is correct about this. I've talked about this in many videos. The graduation rate for college and even upper echelon of college is about now 60% to 40% women to men. Maybe a little bit lower and higher for men, but it's around that percentage. So women are outweighing upper degrees of men by 15 to 20%. Now, is that a failure? Yes. Is that bad for society? Yes, it is. Because the opposite is likely to be a lawyer, a doctor, and somebody else that had to go through university and graduated and got passed because they wrote their thesis on why, I don't know, patriarchy is bad.
Suspending expo for now. You're on your own.
But here's the real truth of it, is that men are learning this, and they're going into the blue-collar jobs that are starting to pay better, because it's hard to get a plumber, and a carpenter, and a roofer, and trust me, you pay through the nose. How do I know? I'm just wrapping up on my house, and the house cost me 40% more than I thought it would, because to find good, qualified help that's truly good is expensive as blazes, which is why I tell you guys, go into finished carpentry, go into plumbing, go into roofing, and you may not start with a lot of money, but you'll eventually get there, especially if you own your own business. And these women are walking out of college with huge debt, $100,000 debt, and they find out, hey, my degree didn't get me crap. So it's not really a win. She says this thing is plenty of brilliant.
You like that? I know I sure as fuck did.
Not because they can't find a date, but because finding someone who ticks all the boxes and doesn't get intimidated by the process is like searching for a Chanel bag at a garage sale. Sure, it could happen, but don't hold your breath. And honestly, can you blame them? Standards are the new sexy. So we said this would happen. You guys have heard me say it. Other men's content creators have said it. Women are now getting so high, since they won't date down, they won't date even, they require men to be better than them. Well, the more successful a woman comes, the smaller the dating pool. Not to sleep with, because they're all sleeping with the same guys. It's who to date and who to marry and who to fall in love with. And she says, hey, our standards are the new sexy. Sexy for you now. Sexy for you now. But what's going to happen in your 50s, your 60s, your 70s, and your 80s, and maybe even into your 90s? The next 50 years are going to be spent alone. And these women are only looking at the short-term gains versus the long-term ramifications of their decisions. So now she agrees with us. She agrees with us, not only in what we've said by statistics, but by her own friends, that the women were calling it quits. The women thought they were going to be able to level up. The women thought they can get a better man. And so they discarded the men that cared for them. They threw away the men that just fit the bill because they think they can still do better. She says, meanwhile, over in the UK, women are smashing the careers game. Back in the 1970s, only 52% of women were in the workforce. Today, that number has hit 72%. With those paychecks rolling in, no wonder women are ditching the happily ever after myth for a happily independent reality. But you're not independent. Do you know who's independent? My mom was independent. Do you know why? Because my dad went off to work. Yes, she got up and she fed us kids cereal or maybe cooked a pancake and bacon and eggs breakfast on the weekend. And then my dad was off to work for a month. And then she kind of chilled all night. She had family friends that she hung out with. She watched soap operas. She read books. I know this because I saw my mom doing it. And then she'd get dinner ready that night. She literally had all day to do nothing but whatever she wanted to. And as a matter of fact, once we kids hit 13, 14, 15, she got a job because she was bored. And she said, hey, we'll bring in extra income and we'll be able to retire a little bit early. So my mom had the easy life. You know who doesn't? The woman that has the $400,000 mortgage and the $100,000 car and the $200,000 of college loans, she has no independence. Yes, you can go sleep with whoever you want. Yeah, you can go party and do whatever you want, but you are a wage slave. And if you lose your job, you're absolutely fucked. But these women don't think that way. They think, I'm independent. Independent from money. Independent from a man. But you're not independent from your head. You're not independent from your job. And that's going to hang over you like a guillotine for the next 6 weeks. But women only think in the moment. They don't think down the road. And the same young guy that's crashing out with his friends, that doesn't have the college debt, that drives an older pickup truck maybe until he can pay cash for it, that guy, if he loses his job, he's like, well, hey mates, can you cover me for a month or so while I look for a new job? And those friends who've been saving their money will say, we got your back covered, and you can pay us back when you start working. And then he finds another blue-collar job. He can start paying them back. Should only take a month or so. And then he's living the easy life, working with guys he likes, hanging out with guys he likes, living the easy life. So I'm sorry, you're not independent. The difference is you used to be tied to a man and a family and children that loved you. But instead, now you're tied to a boss that hates you, a career that no one cares about, that you could get fired at any moment in time during a downturn in the economy. Wait until you hear the screaming in the next few years, because the economy is still going to crash. Trump may slow things down, he may soften the blow, it's still going to crash. It happens every so often. We're overdue for another one. And when that happens, and all these women all of a sudden realize they're getting laid off because they work for a DEI HR department, they're going to be freaking out. Then we'll see who's really screaming and crying at that point in time. She goes on to say, and the piece of resistance. Women are now more educated than before. More women than men are earning college degrees, it doesn't matter, giving them the upper hand in everything from paychecks to power plants. No. She says, who needs a knight in shining armor that a master's degree and a killer 401k? We'll see how that turns out. We will. Because the college degree does not get you anywhere anymore because they're worthless. Because colleges are teaching bullshit, basically. Now you just have debt. She says, and let's not forget, women will wait longer to tie down. The age for the first marriage is now 30 for men, 28 for women. We're no longer rushing to say I do because society says we should. Nope, we're busy living a life on our own terms. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with. And I'm the first one to say, hey, I think that's fine. But society hasn't said you should rush out and get married for a long time. We've been in the feminist era for 10 years, 20 years. Women have been rushing out there saying, don't get married. There's no rush to do it. So let's maybe pretend and stop pretending that society says, go out and get married and have kids. You're thinking like the 1950s. We haven't done that for a long time. So stop pretending that you're bucking the system. You're part of the norm. You're not pushing rage against
Quitting
the
time
machine.
for you.
You are the machine.
You lucky undead
You're
bastard.
falling in line with every feminist trope that's been spit out for the last 15 years. Run away from men, run away from family, go be a strong independent woman. You're not new, you're boring. You're doing the same thing everybody else does. You just don't know yet what she says blood man is maybe crisis is another woman's fist pump for freedom.
Look who's keeping up with you, Jesus.
You're free now. You're free now, except for the wage slave. And then what happens? And this is the part I'm going to this is the part they never understand. Memorize this, gentlemen. This will be your pièce de résistance, as she says. These women are going to run out of men. They're going to run out of the sexual market value they have. Then it's no one's there.
Step on his back and break your motherfucking back.
I have a house that is empty. I don't care to share it with. I have this crushing debt I still haven't paid off. I'm not going to be able to retire till I'm 65, and I hope I can pay off all my debt by then. Where's all the good men? Where are the men that are going to save me from my choices? Where are the men that are going to save me from this life? She doesn't feel it yet. Many of these women don't feel it yet, but they will. Because if we go back from story after story after story that I've heard on this channel, I've heard on all the other men's channels, the women get into their 40s and 50s, and the weight comes on, and the looks go away, and you can be Sharon Stone, single, and you can be Terry Patcher, single, and you can be these Hollywood actresses that could have had probably $1 in their 50s and 60s, saying, where are the men? Now, if actresses that were desired by millions of men all around the world,
I prefer slow roasted, but it works too.
Still strong, empowered females, and they're still intelligent because they probably got degrees, and they're worth millions of dollars, and they have beautiful mansions in Hollywood, and they can't find a man because now they're wrinkly and saggy and old. Do you think you're going to be able to find a man once you hit your 50s? It's going to happen, and we're going to call you out on it. We're going to make fun of it, and because that's just what we're doing.
I want you to know, when all this fuckery is over, I'll miss you most
Before
of
she
all.
hits that, I think she'll hit near the end roll. She'll find a settle for a man. She'll be off the market. They have no other choices. They just don't know it. So good luck. Cheer it on. Go ahead. She said, remember when being single past a certain age made you the social equivalent of unclaimed baggage that here ignore, hitting your gut. I mean, they made a whole Bridget Jones franchise out of it. Oh, how times have changed. She said, over the past year,
I've made this look easy, but it's not. It's not at all. I hate it. Just want beer.
How do I know? I'm a living, breathing, and really functioning example of this plot twist. My darling Yana. You're still relatively perky. You don't have too many crow's feet and wrinkles just yet. You have your sexual market value. So yes, because you're better than their hand in some lotion. You're entertaining. Look at this, right? This is from a girl, Dairy Not Dairy. She says, after 21 years married, I've asked my husband for a divorce. I feel happily excited about my new chapter. Now this Elsa down below her says, well, let me just say you'll be extremely lucky if a new chapter is waiting for you. I've been divorced for 20 years. I haven't found anybody yet. Biggest mistake I ever made. I've read this before. I've read the Reddit stories where women say, oh, I slept around, and the only men want to sleep with me. I can't find a man to love me. I can't find a man to be my forever man.
Ventilating
They
you
just all want to
shit
sleep
never
with me.
gets old.
And the guys that do want to marry me and date me, I don't like them. They're not up to my standard. Here's another story. I'm 37 and single, so I persuaded USA Today to find me a date for Valentine's Day. Why did she need the help of USA Today to find her a date for Valentine's Day? She's not unattractive. She's actually
You
pretty.
smell like moldy ass for a bit. The result?
She can't meet the man. This is up to her values to date, only to sleep with. I'm gonna pull some
country to find a fantastic date for Valentine's Day. I have been on the apps. I have asked friends, hey, do you know anyone that you can maybe set me up with? So just to share a little bit about what I'm looking for in a partner, I want someone who just wants to go on adventures, honestly, who is down to say yes, who will not be shy about joining me for a duet.
Listen to what she's talking about. I know you can just play the video. If you want, go watch the internet without my fat face. Just stuff without commentary. I'm tired of hearing I talk over deal. She says, I've tried the apps. I've tried asking my friends. Where can I go? Why aren't the apps... I mean, she's a beautiful woman. She really is. You know, I'm not going to hate on her. Let me zoom this in a little bit for you for a second. She's a beautiful woman. I think there's a lot of guys that'd be like, yeah, she's kind of a smoke show. 37? Okay, I'm 45, I'm 48, 50. I date younger women like this. Why? Why is she struggling? She can't find the forever man. She's been on the She's been on the apps. She's been on the dates. She's asked friends. The men that she wants to sleep with only sleep with her. The men she wants to date and marry have nothing to do with her.
That's like again, I'm splattering you stuff all over my good food.
In a partner, I want someone who just wants to go on adventures, who is down to say yes, who will not be shy about it, or a duet in the car. Faith is a big important part of my life. I'm looking for someone who wants to go to church on Sunday. I'm also blessed and obsessed with writing. I love working out, I love being active, that ability. I also like going to concerts, singing really loudly and taking crazy videos. I'm still sharing on social media.
And then she says she's not found around the blood. She's not found the work. So the girl's dated, she's been there, she's slept around, you know, she's dating, she's out there in the dating market. Let's not pretend like she's a
extra window is opening.
She's never been. Let's not even pretend. So she wants a Christian man. But that man's gonna care about body count. That guy's gonna care about what have you been through? And she says, I've had my heart broken. Why? Why were they able to be forever, man? Sleeping with her. They were Chads dating down. We show video after video after video, and these women just don't get it. And she wants somebody to be on social media with her. Like, I guess a guy that's going to be on she wants a 10 that's going to be doing social media with her. Why? To validate that she's a beautiful, important woman, and she scored a perfect man. It's not going to happen.
She's not found the right one. Like, I get it. But as challenging as dating is, getting your hopes up, being excited, trying not to be negative, I think the braver choice, the one that's going to lead to more success, is saying there's something fantastic out there that I'm going to meet soon. So if you think you're this Mr. Wonderful that I've been describing, and fingers crossed that you are, we're going to have the links below or in the bio. Find a little form, fill out a couple questions, attach a photo,
you walk
and
a
then
really
upload
fine
a
line
video, which
between
can
love
be
and dark,
a
murderous
short little
fucking
video
rage.
as awkward as this, so we can just get a feel for who you are. If you want
As
to
my
talk about
people
this,
like to say,
use the hashtag
you're being a
USA
proper
Today.
see you
I'm
next
just so
Tuesday.
excited to meet you. I think this could be such a fun opportunity.
This woman is so desperate. So desperate. She's going to USA Today, and
How about
now
you
she
get
wants
off
you to
your
fill
ass
out
and give
an
it a go?
application. Not just an app, provide a photo. Not just a photo, provide a video. She's attractive. Why? Because none of the men meet her criteria for long-term dating. The long-term guys don't meet her criteria. The guys that do meet her criteria, they bang the shit out of her for a month or two, and they bounce and break her heart. This isn't going to change. She's 37 now. Where do you think she's going to be at 40 or 40? Alpha Widows. So for Yana, at least
not going one up there anyway.
Apparently, I was reading, this goes back to 2010, promiscuity it's called the DRP4G. I didn't know that. I heard something about this. But they say something of everybody that has like a high body count, something like 50 to 60% of those have this gene. And people that did not have the gene, only 22% of them were
Alright. Time for these stuff bounds to wrap
up.
up.
I will buy you a kit. I will send it to you. And I will cover the cost of it. Whatever you have to do to write the story. It has your results of the promiscuity gene test. I think this is the test maybe we'll start giving up. I would pay for this test for you, Yana. I would pay for you, and I will pay you to write the article. On video. You can't dock it. I would pay for the kit, I would pay for the cost. Whatever they pay you normally write an article for your big fast stories for US TV. I would write that kit. I would pay you to write the article with the article. Because I'll do a video and I'll update as much of the video as I can possibly pay you. I'm challenging you. Let's find out if lastly, I'll leave it with a dating profile. This is from Brittany, 27 years old. The furthest you need to make it down the dating profile is the very next line. She, they. That's it. We're done here. Even if you get to the she, her, if somebody puts she, her in a bio, you're out. Just don't. Just don't. If they put pronouns, just don't waste your time. But she's Brittany. She's 27. She's a she, they. So you're done. She's a service advisor at Nissan. Good luck to Nissan. Now she says, be a responsible man and get a vasectomy. So, I guess, so she doesn't have to baby delete because God forbid she uses birth control. Now here's the thing, if she was wrapping it up, you wouldn't even need the vasectomy if she's wrapping it up. So, apparently she raw dogs it with her dates. Especially if they have a vasectomy. Plus size. Well, we know what that means.
Is she a very big fat person?
She's bi. She's bi, so we know what that means.
Emotional damage!
She's vaccinated. Let's see. Do I have one for that one? I don't know if I... Oh, yeah, I do.
Come on, man!
She says, I support Ukraine and Palestine.
Everything woke turns to shit.
She's a socialist. Everything... I played it for the wrong one. She's a socialist. Black and Indigenous lives matter. No human is an illegal immigrant. Oh boy, she's got all the leftist talking point. She's got all the lefty talking points in this one. Is anybody still interested? Is anybody still left? Not religious. Well, shocking. Shocking. Really? I'm surprised. She's an essay survivor. Okay. Probably going to be the breadwinner. Oh boy. Oh boy, the man that's going to date her is going to weigh 97 pounds, and every time he goes to put a scarf over his head before walking outside in the wintertime, his arms will be shaking from the weight of the 14-ounce scarf. It is so heavy. That's how skinny and effeminate this guy is going to be. This man...
o7riq is an alien from the planet Kushnar-12. He is a Spectnar. His goal and his operation is to run a psyop on the people of planet Earth, more commonly known as Alexis Grant, Taylor Reza, Deborah Rekka, Jack Rekka. These are the people he has been assigned to run a psyop on. Now do I sound crazy? No, I didn't think so. o7riq is an alien from the planet Kushnar-12. He is a Spectnar. His goal and his operation is to run a psyop on the people of planet Earth, more commonly known as Alexis
Security chief
Grant,
to new arrivals.
Taylor
Could have used you
Reza,
sooner,
Deborah
but
Recca,
welcome just the same.
Jack Recca.
I'm in the mansion,
These are
command
the
center.
people has
Injured,
been
but
assigned to
intact.
run a psyop on.
Most everyone else
Does that
is...
sound crazy? No,
You got
I don't
eyes.
think so.
Look, we need to get this situation under control ASAP. Be ready for anything.
He's a Spectre. His goal, his operation, is to run a psyop on the people of planet Earth, more commonly known as Alexis Grant, Taylor Reza, Deborah Recca, Jack Recca.
Molotov out!
Has been assigned to run a psyop on.
Beats the hell out of shooting lawn gnomes with an air rifle.
Evan Recca is an alien from the planet Kushnar-12. He is a Spectnar.
Be advised, we lost contact with 3 of our scientists in town trying to stop the outbreak.
Planet Earth, more
Find them,
commonly known
bring them
as
home. We
Alexis
need brain
Grant,
power as much as
Taylor
firepower.
Reza, Deborah Recca, Jack Recca. These are the people he has been assigned to run a psyop on. Now do I sound crazy? No, I don't think so. Evan Recca is an alien from the planet Kushnar-12. He is a Spectnar. His goal of his operation is to run a psyop on planet Earth, more commonly known as Alexis Grant, Taylor Reza, Deborah Recca,
I don't know
Jack
how, but it
Recca.
feels like this stupid box is
These are the
smirking at me.
people he has been
I'm just gonna
assigned
pretend it's a side effect from the wonky sliders.
If
Now
anyone
do I
had to
sound
show up,
crazy?
I'm glad it was
I
you.
didn't think so. Evan Recca is an alien from the planet Kushnar-12. He is a Spectnar. His goal and his operation is to run a psyop on the people of planet Earth, more commonly known as Alexis Grant, Reza, Deborah Recca, Jack Recca. These are the people he has been assigned to run a psyop on. Now do I sound crazy? No, I didn't think so. Evan Recca is an alien from the planet Kushnar-12. He's a Spectnar. His goal and his operation is to run a psyop on the people of planet Earth, more commonly known as Alexis Grant, Taylor Reza, Deborah Recca, Jack Recca. These are the people he has been assigned to run a psyop on. Now do I sound crazy? No, I didn't think so. Evan Recca is an alien from the planet Kushnar-12. He's a Spectre. His goal and his operation is to run a psyop on the people of planet Earth, more commonly known as Alexis Grant, Taylor Reza, Deborah Recca, Jack Recca. These are the people he has been assigned to run a psyop on. Now do I sound crazy? No, I didn't think so. Evan Recca is an alien from the planet Kushnar-12. He is a Spectnar. His goal and his operation is to run a psyop on the people of planet Earth, more commonly known as Alexis Grant, Taylor Reza, Deborah Recca, Jack Recca. These are the people he has been assigned to run a psyop on. Now do I sound crazy? No, I don't think so. Evan Recca is an alien from the planet Kushnar-12. He is a Spectnar. His goal and his operation is to run a psyop on the people of planet Earth, more commonly known as Alexis Grant, Taylor Reza, Deborah Recca, Jack Recca. These are the people he has been assigned to run a psyop on. Now do I sound crazy? No, I didn't think so. Evan Recca is an alien from the planet Kushnar-12. He is a Spectnar. His goal and his operation is to run a psyop on the people of planet Earth, more commonly known as Alexis Grant, Taylor Reza, Deborah Recca, Jack Recca. These are the people he has been assigned to run a psyop on. Now do I sound crazy? No, I didn't think so. Reka is an alien from the planet Kushnar 12. He is a Spectnar. His goal and his operation is to run a psyop on the people of planet Earth, more commonly known as Alexis Grant, Taylor Reza, Deborah Reka, Jack Reka. These are the people he has been assigned to run a psyop on. Now do I sound crazy? No, I didn't think so.
Okay, bitches, how we all go. It's the queens of this mother effing log cow show. Tina about to eat a bitch if she... Because I don't know if Tina's heard, because I'm pulling a little surprise on her tonight. We're setting her up on a date. That's right. She's usually too busy to hear anything, so even though I mentioned it on the last stream, I'm not sure if she heard. So this is going to be a surprise we're going to spring on her because, you know, we all know I'm the hot one. We all know I'm the star who's been getting all the attention. Meanwhile, she's a cankerous old cold sore, and I think maybe we could soften her up if we find her a man. So, with that, oh, for fuck's sake, do not tell me I'm having errors with the stream already. This shit's seriously gonna fucking lag. Do not start with me. I swear to God, give me 1 second. Stream status poor. Viewers will experience buffering. But, let me see if I can bring in... Yeah, God, you got... Oh, God.
Super chatty $20. I'm switching sides, Becky.
Thank you, George Davis. Love you. See, I mean, normally when I'm nice to Becky Gang, but I see the fucking lag. My camera is often edible. I restarted my computer right before the stream. I was just fine on the last stream. Could it be my stream settings? Let me see if I can figure out anything really quick. Output, bitrate. I could try lowering the bitrate a bit. Let's see how we do. Apply. I don't think that's helped yet, but let's see. Let me give it a minute. Of course, there has to be a fucking issue. I swear to God, why can't the internet just let me be great like I'm supposed to be? I see crying. Just typing, you guys. I hear you guys. Working on it. Is it better now? Let me know. In the meantime, I'm going to work on bringing on Tina. Let me hop in the Discord. Let's see. Log how live. It seems fine now. No issues. Thank you. I see some of you guys are saying the lag, but hopefully... Oh, my God. What the... What the actual... Richard, get the fuck out of here. You ruined the fucking surprise, you idiots. Oh, my God. Why is everybody incapable? I was just calm for an entire fucking hour, and now I'm not. Hang on. Hey, I can't hear you, Tina. You're muted. Give me 1 fucking second. Let me turn on my camera. Jesus Christ. Do you see? I can be calm. I'm multifaceted. I was just having the most wonderful... I can hear you now, yes. I was just having the most wonderful, dignified time with Wings. Then I come here and I have to lose my shit. It's still laggy and muted. I'm not muted. I'll turn down this... Hang on. Give me 1 second, Tina. We're struggling with lag. My internet... Oh, God. Let me see. I'm lowering the quality again. Give me 1 second. Output. Are you jealous, darling? You don't need to be. Where were you out? Yeah, I actually watched one of your videos on your channel yesterday for the first time.
Of course, you were even shit-talking me over there, which is some fucking bullshit because I was trying to be nice for a change. Yeah, they're experiencing bad lag. Give me 1 second while I work it out. They're saying you're muted. Oh, I changed my output settings. That's why. I figured it out, guys. Give me 1 second. I have to go change it back. Settings. Stop fucking with me, Tina. I'm trying to focus. Oh my god. Mic. Nope. Center video and mic. Okay, here. To change this to main. Okay, that should fix it. Now you guys should be able to hear Tina. You should be able to hear Tina now. Let me check the live stream health. For fuck's sake. Seriously. I don't know why everything has to be so goddamn difficult. Stream settings. So Tina, what did you get at the grocery store? What kind of supplies? I'm sure a lot of fucking toilet paper with how full of shit you are.
No, I did not. I got fucking 2 cases of water. I got some candles. I got some batteries. I got some extra dog food.
That's bad.
And some chicken breasts to make chicken noodle soup homemade.
What is the one thing you can't, aside from water and like the obvious things, what's like the one thing you always make sure you get before a storm?
Candles.
Really? For me, it's not even candles. It's always making sure I've got like protein bars or food.
No.
How come they're still saying they can't hear you? The actual fuck. There's no reason they shouldn't be able to hear you. All my settings are the same as usual.
My settings are familiar?
Oh, no,
Yeah,
you're good. Now they're saying, okay, they were just behind because of lag. We're good now.
Okay.
All right. It looks like the lag stopped.
What do you want? You done fucked up the whole stream with Lockout Live.
It wasn't me. Listen.
You're not a good trad wife.
Oh, for God's sake. If I was a trad wife, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't have to work at all. I'd be laying in bed, eating bonbons, or being busy having wonderful times with a husband. Unfortunately, I'm single. But Tina, I have a surprise for you tonight. Do you know what we're doing this show?
No, not really. Arguing like we always do. What are we doing?
I'm full screen still, for fuck's sake. Now you're back on screen. So, I know I usually get a lot of attention on the show, and I thought we should change that around. I think we should find you a boyfriend.
No, thank you. No fucking thank you. I don't need no help from you. You don't have good luck with anybody, especially a man. Fuck you, I'm not doing it. Nobody's gonna make me.
Why not?
Nope.
Come on, you have to at least put yourself out there. What if, like, your dream person is just waiting to meet you?
I don't need a dream person. I'll take care of myself. Me, myself, and I is just fine by myself. I don't need a man.
Well, unfortunately for you, I am the producer. So everyone in chat, if you would like a chance at dating Tina tonight, make sure you're a member. If you're not, sign up at the cash cow level, because that gives you access to our Discord, and I could pull you in here, and you could have a chance to date her, or at least talk to her.
You can't fucking do nothing with me.
You want to bet?
With you,
you want to bet? We're gonna fucking do it tonight.
We're gonna fucking do shit. I'll just sit. I'm not letting y'all use me for fucking hip fucking shows and shit. Who the fuck are you?
I'm not a pimp. If anything, I would be like a madam at a
Welcome to
bordello
Liberty
with
Falls.
high-class women.
Population?
But for you, I just
No,
think
less than yesterday.
Maybe if you're around like masculine
Never been so
energy,
glad to see backup
just
arrive.
a little
Hell,
more feminine.
lucky I'm still in one piece.
Also lined up that I think you're gonna be
I need you to
really
look for
excited
survivors.
about.
Subdue any threats. Help us save this town. Copy?
Are you for fucking real? You're gonna say you're... Oh my god, even I'm lying now. You're gonna say you're quitting again, motherfucker! Get back in here, Tina! I swear to God, Tina always has to call for Michael, and now I'm gonna have to be the one who always calls for him. Michael, can you please come in here? He's
Alpha,
Tina's
search
fucking
the area.
wrangler.
We've
The
got
only
3
one who
Janus
can
Science
do
personnel
anything.
missing.
God.
Their knowledge is critical to
I'm
mission
glad the chat's
success.
better. Some people
We
are
take
saying
care
it's
of our
still
own.
laggy. I'm gonna lower the output even more. And I'm gonna work on that while waiting for Michael. Michael, get the fuck in here. Do I have to call you? Maybe he's lagging too and can't work it. There we go. She's back on her own.
our bread and butter.
What do you want, Becky? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Please don't make me do this. I don't want to do it. I'm not going to do it.
Think of the money. Look, we make money, right? Either we make it for ourselves, or we can let a man make it for us. If you meet the great guy, maybe he'll make it for you, and if not, even if you're not interested, it's still content. And I know you care about content and money.
Frag out.
Why not just try?
Whose fucking idea was this anyway?
Whose do you think it was, Tina?
I know it ain't Keith because he's out with a snowman. So who the fuck's idea was it?
It was mine, because they wanted to do a dating show for me, and I don't really want to date right now. I don't think I can right now. I'm just out of a relationship. You, on the other hand, I know there's some people that you like. I know what you like. You always say the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Sorry you
so
came
I know
here
you
yet.
like that.
But
I know there's
if
some
anyone
men
had to
you've
show up,
spoken highly
I'm
of.
glad
I
it
know
was
you
you.
would be interested in them. I actually brought in some people I think you'll like. It's not so bad.
Becky,
Yes.
I don't need your help. You would fuck up a wet dream. You can't even find a good man for yourself. What the fuck makes you think you can find one for me? I have been celibate for 13 years and I love it.
You don't need my help. I know you're very strong, independent woman, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, you have to take care of yourself. You've done it for a very long time. But you gotta be open to different things. And you don't need my help, but why not just try it, just for once?
Listen, are you Chuck fucking Woolery when he was in Love Connection, bitch?
Is that who hosted Love Connection? That was before my time. I'm a little younger than you.
You don't know who Chuck Woolery is?
No, am I supposed to? Who's Chuck Woolery?
Ask the chat, bitch.
Chat, who is Chuck Woolery? And also, where is Michael? I'm gonna fucking call this motherfucker.
No, please. Do your thing. I'll
He
wait.
better not come on here. You better, he can't fucking take care of his own fucking relationship. He better not be involved in this. I swear to fucking God.
It was my idea. Let's see what Michael says. We can
I think you and Michael can have this conversation.
Hurry up and wait, eh? Classic. My boat's coming! Guess it's, a waiting game, then. I am well chuffed with this.
You're not my pimp! You're not my pimp, you fucking cracker! What the fuck is happening? What did I miss?
So, I told Tina I wanted to, look, I'm trying to be a girl, okay? I wanted to help find Tina a man, and she's refusing to stay on the show. $5 million, she thinks she's gonna quit.
Keep quitting. Keep quitting. Michael, you gotta stop doing these fucking stupid ass shows! You're not fixing fucking nobody, motherfucker! Nobody!
Watch your six. There's gotta be more crawlers out there.
To make me stronger?
Oh, you're the eye candy? Okay.
I knew she fucking wanted it. I knew she fucking wanted it. Alright, well, I have a very special guest for you, Tina. Are you ready for your... Can I start? In all fairness, I am the producer. Michael is an owner, but I'm the producer. My show is all yours.
Rowdy killer bugs. Kill the little fuckers.
So the show for tonight was going to be recapping me going to locale court, which keeps canceled. Thank you. I didn't want to do dumb shit in the first place. But the show was going to be recapping.
This crap? Yeah, it's just another day for me.
That show, why don't we set Tina up with a man? And I was like, that's a good idea. Tina is a lonely, decrepit old bitch. She could definitely...
And you're a fat fucking prick with a little dick. How about that, motherfucker?
Shut up, dude. I don't have a little dick. I have a normal dick. Just as funny as all these
funny
people.
As hell, yeah, funny as hell, yeah.
Tina,
nobody showed up.
I was in the Discord trying to convince people to meet you and nobody was signing up. I had to fucking work for this tonight. You don't even know the work I put in.
You're done here, mate. This is a pleasant surprise.
And I have a surprise one who's not here. Well, you know, I don't want to spoil the surprise, but the fucker doesn't know how to work right, so I'm going to put it in chat. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to have to go in the Discord and do it really quick. I have to go full screen while... Well, do you Yeah, I got to go full screen while...
Wait, Michael, I got marked all around the from that shot tower, and everything go around Facebook. Goddamn pipe. Everybody say, no,
came from?
It's already 8:20 and you've wasted enough time. Hello, Grim. You're there. Can you please turn on your camera?
Distractions available in your AO.
But he's a dipple dick bitch. I don't want no dipple dick. He goes out with a girl named Beans. What is his name? Porky? Porky Beans? Get the fuck out of here, bro. I ain't going out with no fucking retard like that with a little stick.
I don't let men get away this easy. Grim, motherfucker, unmute yourself. You're on the air to not make me look stupid.
You already do.
Oh my fucking god. We'll come back to him. We'll come back to him.
You ever hear the phrase, all the gear, no idea? Another one in the plus column.
Hey, need to shut down that pickup offer for now, team.
By the way, she manipulated me. I really did.
Sorry to hear that. I hope you get a better day, and I hope you get your dick sucked.
Well, I hope so too. I hope I did too. I really did.
Max.
audience would love to know, if nothing else, how tall are you, Daddy?
I am 6'1".
Oh, come on, Tina. You're like a fucking giant. He'd be perfect.
He's a professional wrestler, so he's used to lifting giant bitches up.
Oh my
Well,
God.
maybe he can go ahead and use his back to lift that giant shit pile she's got in her house.
Listen, I have to show you something. Do you see that I have goosebumps? I'm a psychic. When I get goosebumps, that's usually a confirmation that something is good and meant to happen. I'm not lying. You guys saw it.
I didn't see goosebumps, but I did see bed bug bites.
Oh, shut the fuck up. I have
Tina,
some
you need to let me
scratches,
love
that's
you.
all.
Hey, Grim, I seen your girlfriend. She's a beautiful woman. Get the fuck out of here. You're wasting our time. Get the fuck out of here, Grim.
You know, they swap couples, okay? Like,
yeah, we're